What's going on, everybody? It's Aaron, and today I'm going to be reading Papi's Life, the story of Aaron Preemo Beltran by me, Aaron McKrell. This book is available on Amazon KDP, and if you want to know what it's about, I'm going to read the back cover for you. What would you sacrifice to make your dreams a reality? And what happens when your aspirations conflict with a different dream you never knew was in you? These dilemmas have defined the life of Aaron Preemo Beltran. This is the true story of Preemo, a critically acclaimed, nomadic rapper with a flow that feels like home. He came so close to lasting success multiple times throughout his 20-plus years in hip-hop, only for his dreams to be ripped away. Yet, no professional pain ever compared to the ache in his heart over growing up without a present father. As his career began to blossom in the 2010s, a romance bloomed with his publicist, Robin Aaron. Their relationship and first child, Liam, gave Preemo a chance to finally fill the hole in his heart. Yet, he stubbornly put his mic dreams before his family, risking his true chance at peace, love, and connection. Preemo's dilemma climaxed on a hot July night in Houston, when he stared death in the face and had a spiritual encounter that would change his life forever. This relatable tale of family, love, and sacrifice speaks to what it means to be fully human, and above all, shines a light on what matters most. This story I dedicated to my dad. For Dad and every other strong male figure who showed me what it is to be a good man. And for my Heavenly Father, without whom none of this would have been possible. So now I'm going to read the introduction. This guy's going to be a headache when he figures out what to call himself. I first learned of Aaron Preemo Beltran through this quip by Houston-based hip-hop journalist Henry the Rizzo Adasso, who was then working for About.com, now live About.com. I was a passionate follower of Rizzo's work. As a white kid from the suburbs, much of my early hip-hop education came from Riz's articles about the greatest and most influential artists, albums, and songs the genre has to offer. Around 2010, Riz wrote an article tipping his readers to rising hip-hop artists. Or it could have been about the year's best music. My memory is hazy on this. And he included a highly favorable write-up of Houston rapper Preemo. Pre had just released the criminally slept-on, critical darling Concrete Dreams. Riz noted the necessity for a name change because of another hip-hop artist from Houston, the legendary DJ Premier, aka Preemo. Yet, Preemo's style was all his own. I appreciated his vulnerability on To Pass the Time and enjoyed the black and white visuals in the accompanying music video. But I was overwhelmingly obsessed with the beat for New Pistol, which sounded like the hip-hop version of a score for a high noon scene in a Western picture. As a college sophomore journalism major, I had dreams of my own and linked with Preemo in the spring of 2011 for my first ever interview with a rapper. I sat in an armchair in my cramped off-campus studio apartment while chatting with Pre over the phone. He graciously waited as I typed out his responses, but the interview was fluid and felt more like a conversation than a probe into his personal life. I was impressed by his intelligence, wisdom, and easy nature, and encouraged by his kindness. We clicked from the moment we realized we had the same first name, and he appreciated the research I'd done before the interview and the thought I'd put into my questions. I posted the interview on my short-lived blog, Nothing But Music, before realizing how difficult it was to operate a site by my lonesome. I'd already contributed a piece to the wrap-up, a gem of a hip-hop blog founded by the Rizzo and co-run by Jaap van der Dolen, so I offered up the interview to them and became a part-time Trubian. Preemo sent me copies of Concrete Dreams, and I was taken by his cinematic vision, whether he was incorporating a soundbite of Spike Lee's Inside Man on The Ultimate Truth, or painting vivid pictures with his words on Crown and Coke and The Bus Stop. His music was proof that you didn't have to be the biggest artist to be one of the dopest, though I'd hoped he would break out big time. We kept in touch sporadically over the next several years, and I still listened to Concrete Dreams on occasion and checked for some of his new music. These years were roller coaster rides in our separate lives, or should I say haunted houses of mirrors. We both faced near-death experiences that rattled us to our cores and brought us closer to God. And we both were blessed with revelations of self-reflection that empowered us to become stronger, better versions of ourselves. When I decided I wanted to write a book about hip-hop, I hit him up in July 2023 to see if he was interested in having me tell his story. When I didn't hear back, I moved on, but with impeccable timing, he finally saw the message in March 2024 and was down with the story. In reconnecting with Pre, whom many of you know as hilarious TikTok/Instagram content creator Aaron Beltra, or Benny Benavides from Brownsville, I have the privilege of telling a beautiful story. I also made a true friend in the process. This is a tale of fathers and sons, love and sacrifice, tragedy and triumph. I hope you find something to relate to in these pages, and that you come away with the ultimate truth. La familia es donde la vida comienza y el amor nunca termina. In English, that means, family is where life begins and love never ends. I won't lie, y'all. A gringo such as myself had to look that up.